When you started this journey with the Rhinos, this team 8 months ago, did you expect to be in this position heading into the playoff final weekend?
Well, I suppose we never really had expectations, did we? It was more about session by session as we gradually built the team and, having no history and nothing to protect in terms of rankings. It was all about seeing what we could do day by day. And, when we reflect back on where we started to where we are now, we're absolutely proud of what we've achieved. But we know there's more to give and, the circumstance and the build-up have been tough, but we're going to give it everything we've got on the weekend.
We talked about the challenges of isolation last week. How have the team responded coming back into training this week?
Really well, like the ultimate professionals, to be honest, and I've been incredibly impressed by the way they've attacked it with their due diligence. The energy, the vibe amongst the group is incredibly high, and it's quite infectious. So, we're looking forward to getting out of the house and coming to training and seeing each other and knowing that we've got a semi-final and hopefully a final or a playoff match to play afterwards. So, plenty to look forward to this week, and the girls have done an incredible job to put themselves in the best possible position considering their challenges.
It's been an incredible season, hasn't it, of Vitality Netball Super League, and it actually went down to the very last game for us to decide. How much have you enjoyed being part of it this year?
It's been amazing. It's probably been the most competitive season that we've ever had in the history of the Super League, and I think the fact that we've been able to follow the entire stories of the season and the journey of all the teams and the players has been unbelievable. So Sky have done a great job in accessing that for all the fans and the netball public as well, which has been great. So yeah, it's certainly been a dramatic end to the season, that's for sure. Not how we wanted it to finish, but it is what it is, and hopefully the finals can be just as chaotic, just as dramatic, and hopefully it's a spectacle for all the fans to really embrace.
And it's Loughborough, eventually we were confirmed as playing, and we've had two massive games against them. What are you expecting from them on Saturday?
Well, I think, considering Loughborough was one of the last two games that we played before we had this extended break, 31st of May was our last game, so we played them on the 30th of May, which seems like a lifetime ago now, but it's really about just reconnecting with some of those things that we did really well in that match, but also identifying where the gaps were, and we probably felt like we were off the pace for only about 4 minutes in that game, but that was the difference between going goal for goal and losing by 8. But we know a finals match is a completely different scenario. The intensity is higher, the physicality, the aggression, the hunger, the desire from both teams will just go up a couple of notches. So our job is to prepare the players as best we possibly can, make them aware of what it's going to feel like out there so we're not surprised. And we've done a good job at that so far this week. But brand new ball game, but we know for us, nothing to lose, all the pressure on the opposition. Yeah, I think it's important that we understand that it is a different game, although it's the same game, and you will feel different emotions heading into a final. But I think our journey and how we've got there and the struggles we've had throughout the season to actually be in the top 4 is a remarkable achievement. And I think rather than being consumed by the performance pressure of being in a final, the group's incredibly grateful to continue to play again, and we know that we have absolutely nothing to lose. So if the worst case scenario for us is 4th place, it's actually a really successful season, but we're not happy with 4th. We want more. So we're going to attack the opportunity with everything we've got and see what we can do, knowing that we are the underdogs. We're not expected to make the final. We're not expected to win the title, but we probably believe we can if we're good enough. So it's about finding our very best and being better than it. And if we can do that under the pressure of finals, we're in a good place, but we know the challenge will be a big one.
And finally, it's been a great week for the team, lots to celebrate, but there's been some sad news for Donnell Wallen. Can you just give us an update on her?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, during our period of isolation, Donnell lost her nan back home in Perth in Western Australia, and obviously there's nothing more important than family, particularly during these times, and our priority was to get Donnell back with her family as quickly as possible. So the club was fortunate once the isolation period for Donnell finished that we could get her on a flight on Monday, and so she flew back and is now currently in quarantine back in Australia. So she's one step closer to being reunited with her family, which is most important now, and we've certainly got Donnell in our minds, and we'll be playing for her on the weekend and wishing her and her family all the very best. But if you need a bit of extra motivation, we've certainly got that, and we'll be doing the best we can for her as well.